In poetry, things are said in a certain way that you should not just read the line, you must read both the gaps before and after the line, because most of the meaning is in the gaps always in a poetry. It's not just in the words, not prose, to tell you this is it. The idea of writing poetry is to exercise your mind and your heart to feel the meaning, not just to understand the meaning from the words that are said.
Wherever you are, the unstructured nature of my mind naturally found succor in the ways of poetry because the nature of what was happening in my mind as a child, as a youth, could never find a logical, proper prose kind of expression because my mind was so unstructured and completely untrained or refused to be trained, whichever way you want to see it. Because of this, poetry became so much a part of my life. Probably most of the poems that I ever wrote have never been seen by anyone or read by anyone because I wrote it in a whole bunch of small sheets of paper all over the place. And I think once in a small fire accident that happened where my car got burnt, I think over 400 poems got burnt with that. So probably only… not probably, only what I have written in the last maybe… since we moved to the yoga center, in the last 20 years, probably that's all the poems that we have. Maybe a few of them, the past ones I could recollect if I could, but generally it's all that's written. Here we are at 11 degrees north in southern India. This is an ideal weather for coffee, and there are areas of South India which are mountains of coffee. I mean, they grow coffee here. During my youth, I spent a lot of time in Coorg, and these mountains are covered with coffee. This is coffee country. In another couple of months, sometime in February, January and February, the coffee goes into blossom. When the coffee plants go into full blossom, the whole mountain will turn partially white because of white flowers, jasmine-like flowers.